Hi, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Siobhan, and I am doing a 65-day makeup challenge. So this is something that I came up with because I've been having a really difficult time with anxiety and stress and depression, and makeup is something creative for me to focus on. And I have a very difficult time figuring out what I want to do. I get very overwhelmed by wanting to do too much all at once. So it's good to have a lot of days where I already have focus given to me. However, we are on day 21, and day 21 is anything you want. So there is no focus for today. For me personally, that meant that I just went through the pictures on my Instagram and tried to find, I was trying to look for what I've done or what I've done a lot of, and I want to do something different, something that I've never done before, and something that feels like it requires some extra challenge for myself. And I decided that I want to try and do a purple and orange eye, which is why I have I put on my Urban Decay primer potion and I set it, but otherwise I have no face makeup because I don't know how well this is gonna go, and I want to be prepared to be able to take my makeup off easily if I need to. Also, I don't know what kind of fallout might happen with this, and I'm going for a relatively dark purple. So if I have dark purple all over my face at the end, I don't want to have to take off my foundation and redo it. So I am going to go ahead and use shadow shields. I do have a few palettes that I've laid out in front of me to use. I have the Urban Decay Electric palette, which has very bright colors, but I want to use this purple here. And then I have the Suva Beauty Block Party palette. I plan on using Nacho, this one here, for my orange. My Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette, which is one of my all-time favorite palettes. And I'm going to use this purple, and I'll probably use the black out of here. And then I also have the BH Cosmetics Aurora Lights. And I don't know whether or not I'll end up using this, but I do really like this shade down here as well. So we'll see. I'm just going to sort of start putting stuff on my face and see how it goes and hope for the best. I am also going to use Modern Renaissance for my transition colors. I'm just going to start out with one fresco and just go up really high. I have had a headache for a couple of days. I slept for 32 out of 36 hours, which was insane. And when I say 32 out of 36, it's because I woke up for like 3 hours at one point and then had to go back to sleep because I just couldn't stay awake. And then I woke up a second time for an hour and then ended up going back to sleep. So it was just, I don't know, I have a lot of anxiety about going back to work because of the amount of sleep that I seem to need. I'm gonna go into the color Dye, which is this nice dark purple in the Kaleidoscope palette. And if you're not familiar with the Kaleidoscope palette, this palette is the palette that Kristen Leanne did with Urban Decay, and she is the one who came up with the inspiration and the name for the colors. And so all of the colors have something to do with her. If you don't know anything about Kristen Leanne, I suggest going and checking out her channel. But also, she is the founder of Arctic Fox Beauty, or Arctic Fox Hair Dye. So that's why the name of this is a dye, I'm sure. I don't know if I'm enjoying this look, though. I'm gonna take this off. Oh, I did not get the stick off of those enough. I'm just gonna go in with some black and see if I add maybe a deeper layer in here, if it'll start to be more like what I'm envisioning. So I stopped recording for a few minutes because I wasn't liking how things were turning out, and I thought I was just gonna wash my face off. But I've decided that I'm gonna try to stick with it. I'm gonna keep going with my original plan. I actually am going to go into the Subculture palette. So there's this shade in here, Rowdy. I'm gonna put that out here in this outer, like outside of my outer V, and see if that helps give me what I'm looking for. This is something that I do a lot when I'm just doing my makeup on my own, where I will just keep adding more and more to a look until it is what I want it to be. Because often I don't know what I want it to be when I start out. I just know that I want something pretty on my face, or sometimes just something interesting. Often I am a person who doesn't necessarily need for something to be pretty. Just interesting is good. I'm gonna go into Aurora Lights and go into Borealis, which is this purple shade here, in towards the middle, and there's still a little bit of black on this brush, and I'm just gonna let those mix together down here. This is also one of those looks that I think is going to probably look ridiculous until I get more of my face on. Like, it's a look that needs eyebrows and mascara. Something more than just the eyeshadow. I also don't know what my obsession is lately with this like raccoon eye thing, but I definitely seem to have a thing for it. And because I have really deep set eyes, it's very difficult for me to make something like this work. But I do. I seem to pull it out in the end. It just takes a lot of effort. I'm going to go back to Modern Renaissance and that first shade that I had, which was Bonfresco, and just soften this up. I'm going to take a little bit more of the black and purple and go under this side just to even these out, because my bags on the other side got a lot more makeup than my bags on this side. I'm going to do a half cut crease. And this is just more of the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. Gonna go in with a purple eyeliner pencil from Lord and Berry. Color is Flash Purple. Can safely say that this is not anything like anything I've ever done before, which was the ultimate goal. So I did accomplish that. Since this makeup is coming off soon, I'm going to go ahead and use this Marc Jacobs mascara. This is the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara. It's just like a little sample size. I think I got it in a Sephora box and in a Sephora Play box. And I just don't love it. I find that it tends to like transfer onto my cheeks. Like it transfers down a lot. So I don't tend to wear it very often, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's perfect for something like this where I know that I'm going to be going and taking a shower soon. So this makeup is unfortunately not going to get a very long wear time anyway, but it means that I don't feel bad about using a mascara that I know doesn't get a very long wear time either. So the clear band is just very thin, very flexible, and I just find that to be the kind of eyelashes that are easiest for me personally to put on. Lash glue is the Tarte Tartist Pro Lash Glue. It's the same lash glue I always use. I occasionally try to go outside of the box or inside of the box, maybe. Occasionally I try to use the glue that comes in the box, and that never seems to work out well for me. It either doesn't stick very well, or it sticks too well and I can't get the lashes off, or it sticks my eyelashes together. It's just an issue. So my memory card is just about full. I'm going to go ahead and pop these lashes on. I will be right back. So these lashes are really pretty. You can also tell from this close how much more blending I could have done. But it's okay, nobody's going to be getting that close to me except for you right now in this video. So this is the final eye look. Definitely makes a huge difference once you put on the lashes and the brows, and it changes the whole look. I haven't decided yet. We might just pretend that this is all of the face that I have. I don't know. I don't feel like putting on foundation. I'm kind of enjoying letting my skin breathe, but I feel like if I'm going to put on blush and highlight and lipstick, if I'm going to do the rest of that, then I should do foundation. So I don't think I'm going to. I think we're just going to do eyes for this video, and that's okay. I don't really feel like I need to justify just doing eyes. I just only feel like doing eyes. I do think that I'm going to go in and do a little more blending. I just have to decide what I want to do that blending with. Not with that palette. I am going to use Mercury from the Subculture palette. And just blend under here. So my eyebrows are far, far more warm toned than I would prefer for them to be. I was using the NYX Cosmetics, where did I put it? I was using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Chocolate. And I used it the other day. I didn't think that it was this warm. So I tried to go over it a little bit with the MAC Shape and Shade to make it a little less warm, but it is what it is. It's fine. So this is makeup literally all the way up to my eyebrows, but I am fine with that. And yeah, I think that this is it. I think we're gonna call it a day. I'll zoom you in a little bit so that you can only see my eyes, and then you can pretend that I have makeup on the rest of my face. So I'm gonna do my outro like this. I thank you for being here. Sorry this was not a very chatty video, but I will work on that. I would love for you to give me some ideas about what you'd like me to talk about down in the comment section. Otherwise, I hope that you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Bye.